Welcome to the Cash Flow Guys podcast.
Yep, you know where you are. It's that time again. We are back. It's another week, and this time, guys, I'm recording from the RV. That's kind of cool, isn't it? It was a stressful week, I got to tell you. It was. You can ask Jill. She's probably sitting there shaking her head right now, going, "Oh my God, he's going to wear me out." Had to get all my gear, my studio gear, into the coach, and guess what? That didn't happen. So instead, what I did is I bought a new piece of equipment. All the old stuff is back in the office where it belongs, and I am on my mobile rig, and I'm digging it so far. And this will be the first episode I've done from the RV using my new setup, so we'll see. So if I suddenly go silent or, this thing sounds bad or whatever, you're going to have to, I guess, suck it up, Buttercup, because we're going to have a great episode and just focus on the content, man. Do the best we can. Anyway. So last week we talked about our boy there that sent the email, and I made that episode into his response, and I got a reply back. I want to read it to you guys. Again, I'm going to leave his name off for his privacy, but he says, "Hey, Tyler, the podcast you created in response to my email was awesome." You're right, it was awesome. That was a pretty damn good episode. I wonder how many of you actually pulled the trigger and did what I said and maybe get out of your own way and start getting all the leads you need and making money, but we'll talk about that later. He goes on to say, "It helped me realize what needs to be done. I'm pulling my head out of my ass, and I'm getting my financial situations straight." Good. I'm glad to hear that. Very proud of you for taking that action. "I have contacted debt collectors and started the process of paying off my debt." That is awesome. Dude, I am so proud of you for that. And for the rest of you listening, please follow suit, because you can get your situation squared away. I don't care how broke you are or how broke you're not or how bad your credit is or what the situation is. The good news is, no matter what it is, you can succeed if you want to, okay? You absolutely can succeed if you want to. And he says, "I also checked out the site you recommended, realized it was ClickFunnels." Yes, it is. It's an affiliate link to ClickFunnels, to one of their coaching programs, which is fantastic for $100, by the way. You can't beat that. "I have experience with ClickFunnels," he says, "in digital marketing. I had a moment of realization that I can utilize this to my advantage." And then he says, "Duh." Okay, I'll have to agree with that. Duh. "My only loss is, how can I attract these people who are sitting on cash and need to invest? I've got Russell Brunson's .com secrets book, and I know he talks about becoming an expert in a niche. How do I attract these investors if I have no experience with investing? I would feel like a fraud in trying to talk about a subject I barely understand and have experience in." So do you mean you'd feel like a college professor maybe? I don't know. Did I say that out loud? Oops, silly. "How would I use digital marketing to my advantage? I also understand pay-per-click, AdWords, Facebook ads, and all that. Tyler, thanks again for your time. P.S. I ran a Facebook ad campaign for distressed homes a few months back and got about 20 leads in 2 weeks' time. Not bad. 2 of the leads were motivated, and I lost contact with those potential sellers." Well, here's the good news. You can get back in contact with those sellers. So how do you do that? You pick up the phone, you go ringy-dingy. "It's been a while. I bumped my head. I fell down the stairs. I was temporarily retarded. I left the country. I'm a drunk, and now I'm sober." Whatever your excuse is that's factual, get back on the phone with them and see if you can engage that lead and make it happen, okay? So let's talk about digital marketing, because I'm here to tell you guys, I said it last week, but I'm going to say it again. You can do that direct mail all you want, and it works great. No problem, right? You can call Click to Mail. You can give them or Yellow Letters or whoever thousands of dollars a month to market. And half of you are going, "Dude, I don't have thousands of dollars." But let's say those of you that do have thousands of dollars, maybe you're spending thousands of dollars and you're having great results, right? You're spending the money, but you're making money too, and that's cool. So let's say you spend $3,000 to $5,000 a month in your marketing, and you make 20 grand. That's not bad, right? Not bad. As long as you're not working yourself to death, it's not a bad ROI in your investment for your marketing dollar. But what if you could spend, instead of $5,000, I don't know, $100? Ooh, you get the same result. Wouldn't that be sexy? I bet it would. And that's what we're going to talk about this week. We're going to answer his question this week in how do we become an expert, right? So the first part of this I want to talk about, I'm going to pause on the marketing for a second. I want to address what he talks about how to become an expert quickly. And I can tell you, imposter syndrome is real. The struggle's real. We all have, at least most of us do. I had it, something wicked. There was a time, guys, and some of you are going to just think this is stupid, but it's true. I didn't think I was qualified to do a podcast on real estate investing. I didn't think that I was qualified to teach other people how to escape the rat race, even though I had already done it. And all I had to do was share what I did. I didn't want to share my mistakes because I didn't want people to feel I was stupid for the mistakes I've made. Speaking of which, you want to see some stupid mistakes? Go to YouTube, type in Cashflow Roadshow on YouTube. Cashflow Roadshow on YouTube. And you can see our intro video. You see Jill and I there. Our intro video for our new channel. And you want to see some mistakes? The video is 2 minutes long, okay? So just watch through the 2 minutes and then watch the blooper reel. And you'll see some stupid mistakes. You'll see my face, my beard getting covered in gum, and Jill having to bail me out. It's a good laugh. You'll get a big kick out of it. And while you're over there on that YouTube channel, click that subscribe button. And if you like that video, give it a thumbs up. We're trying to grow that channel, and you guys can kind of go along with us and watch us as we progress. You'll probably see me recording a podcast episode there coming up soon on this, because we're going to kind of just have a good time with it, right? Enjoy ourselves, and you'll see what we're really like behind the scenes. And let me tell you, you're going to see some stupid stuff. I guarantee it. Mostly out of me, not so much out of her. Anyway, so getting down to how do we become an expert? We don't want to look like a moron. We don't want to be an imposter, have that imposter syndrome. So how do we solve that problem? Well, the first thing I would tell you is immersion. And I went through this, right? Come 2014, I didn't know diddly pop about multifamily properties. I've only owned single family properties in the past. I thought multifamily was a big complex deal. It's not a big complex deal. It's actually stupid simple. But I was trying to make it more challenging, trying to make it more difficult, because that's how my pea brain works. But at the end of the day, I immersed myself. And how I did that is one topic at a time. Okay, one topic at a time. I wanted to learn first, what's the difference between the 2 to 4 unit properties and the 5 and up properties? Okay, why would somebody buy one size versus the other? So I spent a period of time. I decided that I was going to take a couple days and figure that question, the answer to that question. And then once I figured the answer to that question, I went and did some Facebook Lives and shared with people what I learned. And what I found is, by doing this process, as I was going through this process back then, and sharing the information that I learned, some of it was on YouTube, some of it was on Facebook, I was able to, number one, become a better learner, because I was making sure that I learned to the point to where I could teach it. Okay. So my first piece of advice is to take a piece of something that you want to learn when it comes to whatever you're going to do as a real estate investor. Let's say you're going to invest in storage rooms or storage boxes or something like that, mini storage. Well, then you need to learn all about mini storage. And the first thing you can do is go to one, right? Go to one. Then maybe go on Amazon and buy a book. Maybe opt into somebody's sales funnel who teaches the how to work with mini storage and things like that, and read every single thing that they put out, because you'd be surprised how much information is given away for free. Think about this podcast, guys. How much information do I give away for free? You can learn everything you need to know from doing a deal and doing everything I've ever done by simply listening to all 184 episodes of this podcast. And if you're patient enough to sit down and listen to all 184 episodes, you will get every piece of knowledge I have up to the minute for free. Absolutely for free. Okay. You got to understand, you got to drill down on so tight on a specific topic and learn every aspect of it until you feel comfortable to teach it to somebody else. This is why it's so important to take little bite-sized chunks, little nibbles, and just master it. Understand the benefits of 2 to 4 units versus 5 and up. I'm not saying that's your topic, but in that case, I would learn all the different aspects of that. I would talk to several different people on that topic and find out everything, people's opinions, what the value is, how to value these things, why I would want one versus the other. And I would take that data and I would then teach somebody else. Okay. Here's the reality. You cannot learn and look good at the same time. It's just not possible. You cannot learn and look good at the same time. One of my mentors taught me that many years ago, and it still rings true today. It's not possible for you to learn and look good at the same time. Now, there's lots of people out there that think they're some kind of a hot shot. God forbid anybody ever found out that they made a mistake or did something stupid, which every one of us makes mistakes and does things that are stupid, but you're afraid to share it with the world. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go out and make a blooper reel like I just did. I couldn't help it because it's so damn funny, that video. You guys got to go over and see that. Get over to YouTube and do that. Matter of fact, I'll make it easy on you. Go to cashflowguys.com/roadshow, and that will take you directly to our YouTube channel, cashflowguys.com/roadshow. It'll take you directly over to our YouTube channel. Watch that intro video. It will absolutely crack you up. But that said, you got to get out there and take some action, and you are going to make mistakes. You're going to look stupid, but don't let that stop you from taking the action. I know it's easier said than done, and well, it's easy for you, Tyler, because you don't mind looking like an idiot. Well, I'm here to tell you, I wasn't always okay looking like an idiot. Matter of fact, I spent most of my life trying not to look like an idiot. And what I found is that my progress slowed considerably. I didn't get as much accomplished because I was so focused on trying to look good and trying to impress the Joneses or keep up with the Joneses, right? So when I was doing that, I wasted a lot of time, a time that I could have been out there learning more information and sharing more information with people and taking my investing to the next level. Because here's the thing, one thing I can guarantee you, I don't care if it's day one in real estate investing. If you put yourself in a room with 10 other investors, I'm sure there is a topic that you know better than the other 9 people. I guarantee it. I'm sure there's a topic, something to do with real estate investing or something to do with logic or whatever, that is going to put you in a different place. That's something that you know that those other people, let's say, don't know. So capitalize on that. You get out there, and here's a great place to go out and learn to practice how to do this. I know you don't want to go out there, and I've actually got students of mine that are going through this right now. They're taking over my cash flow event, and they don't want to try to become me, taking off the event, or because they don't have a bunch of property and whatnot yet. They haven't built the same portfolio that I have. They haven't done as many deals as I have, and they don't want to go out and be an imposter, and I don't want them to be an imposter. But here's the deal. I told them the same thing I'm telling you. They can't learn and look good at the same time. They got to get up there, fail forward, fail fast, fail frequently. And the best place for this to practice, for you guys to practice this, is, in my opinion, Toastmasters. Because Toastmasters, number one, is going to teach you how to speak. They're going to give you the positive reinforcement that you need to be able to continue. They're not going to make fun of you like every jerk on Facebook or YouTube or whatever that gives you nasty comments and things like that. They're good people that are there to help you, and Toastmasters is so ridiculously cheap, it might as well be free. It's not free, but it's like, I don't know, $50 for the year. It's just stupid cheap how cheap it is. Go join your local Toastmasters. And folks, they got Toastmasters everywhere across the country. Even in Montana, they got Toastmasters, believe it or not. And I'm not expecting you to become the next Tony Robbins, but go out there and learn the basics. Number one, you're going to pick up great listening skills. A very important tool when you're negotiating is to become a good listener, okay? If you got your yap going nonstop, you're not going to hear anything. So learn to become a good negotiator. Learn to discover value or discover opportunity where you can provide value, rather. You're never going to do that with your mouth open. So go to Toastmasters, and one of the roles in Toastmasters is to listen, okay? You have to listen to what the other people are speaking about and then give them positive feedback, reassuring feedback or whatever to help them become better speakers. So you're going to help other people become better speakers while accomplishing the same at the same time. So that said, take what you've learned, even on Toastmasters, and put it on social media. So what I did is when I went to Toastmasters, I was reading the Little Purple Books. I've told all of you, read the Little Purple Books. Those are Robert Kiyosaki's books, Rich Dad series. Read those books. And as I learned new things, I would go investigate because I wanted to make sure that the information I was reading was accurate, right? We're full of fake news and all kinds of crap in today's world. So I would go and do the research and learn about that topic. I would immerse myself in that topic, okay? Let's talk about self-directed IRAs. You want to learn how to raise money? Well, I can tell you the easiest way to raise money is to become an expert in self-directed IRAs. Understand everything there is to know about self-directed IRAs. Be the guy or girl that helps the other investors leverage their retirement plans into something they can control and prosper. Okay, what does that look like? Well, when you're a person that starts speaking intelligently on self-directed IRAs, and I can tell you that 100% of the education that I've found so far on self-directed IRAs is usually free. I've never seen a case where somebody has a course that they charge for learning about self-directed IRAs, because here's the deal. The self-directed IRA administrators, the companies that run the self-directed IRAs or oversee them for the account holders, give away the education. They bring people like me in. I'm actually one of the people that I've done education for Advanta IRA. Scott Carson, the note guy, he does it for, I believe it's Quest Trust. Peter Fortunato does it for Advanta IRA. Lots of other people out there giving education to the IRA companies to their account holders. And what's that mean? That makes them look good to their account holders, but it also helps the account holders build wealth. And that's it kind of makes the whole world go around, right? So if you want to become an expert in that, you can go get a copy of the Self-Directed IRA Handbook. Guys, if you just buy this book, and I think it's maybe $20, I don't know, $10, something like that on Amazon. I think on Kindle you can get it for $10. I think maybe in paperback you can get it for $18, $19. And I realize Amazon's prices change all the time, but you can go to cashflowguys.com/IRA book, cashflowguys.com/IRA book. And that'll take you right to, that's my Amazon affiliate link. You can go directly to Amazon with that link, and it'll allow you to pick up a copy. Read the book. It'll take you a day or two to get through the book. If you have questions, call the author and ask them, okay? Understand this. Think about authors. We all look up to authors, every one of us. We're like, oh, he's a published author. Well, then he must be like Jesus or something. Well, he's not like Jesus. At the end of the day, most authors are idiots when they start. They don't know a damn thing about what they're writing about. That's reality, okay? They go out and research. Think about all these people that do this self-help stuff. They're not perfect. Usually they're wackadoodles, right? But they go out and do a whole bunch of research on whatever topic they're going to write a book about, and then they write the book. And then once the book is published, then are they lauded as an expert. Everybody praises them as oh my gosh, he's the Greek god of real estate, self-directed IRAing, or whatever the topic may be. But nobody shows up. Nobody wakes up in the morning or is born, at the hospital on the first day of life stands up in the crib and says, I know everything there is about self-directed IRAs. I'm an expert. No, you're not. But if you take the time to learn, just like you did back in school, I know that makes you roll your eyes and cringe, you can become an expert in self-directed IRAs pretty quickly without having to do a bunch of them, because you don't do self-directed IRAs. You can just be the person that helps people move their retirement money from their 401k over to a self-directed IRA. And what a great guy or girl you'd be if you help somebody open an IRA under the guidance of a self-directed IRA administrator, maybe help them bridge that relationship, introduce them to somebody. How do you do that? Well, you go to a thing called Google and you type in your zip code, and then you type in self-directed retirement plan or self-directed IRA. And I guarantee you one of the IRA companies will be using Google AdWords, and they will pop up. And then you pick up the phone and you ask them, or you go on their website if you're scared, and you pick up the phone and you ask them when their next training is, right? When is their next training seminar? When can you go? Maybe it's a webinar, but try to get out to the ones that are in person. If it's in your market, especially, try to go to the ones where you can go in person, and just go as a student. Just sit there and learn. I guarantee you're going to get a good education, because these IRA companies bring in some of the best educators. And I can tell you, at least in our experience, the educators are not allowed to sell anything at these events. So you absolutely get a free education from a responsible real estate investor that's been there and done that. So you can't put a dollar figure on that. That's well worth it. And the bonus there is you'll probably get a pizza, or you'll get some sandwiches or lunch or dinner or something like that. They'll usually feed you too. And it's not like one of those rubber chicken dinners that Robert Kiyosaki talks about in his book, Fake. It's actually, you can actually get some decent food and a great education. You get to meet other people. Now, I don't suggest you go in there like a dog starving for a bone, humping their leg, going, please give me money so I can go flip and buy bandit signs to be a wholesaler. That's not the point. The point is for you to be able to shake hands and talk to other people. And it's okay to say, it's my first day in real estate. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And learn with them. Because at the end of the day, it takes more than one person to put things together, right? You're going to need people to manage. You're going to need people to find opportunities. Maybe they're managing the asset. Maybe they're the acquisitions person, whatever it may be. The bottom line is you're going to forge relationships, okay? You're going to forge relationships. And we take that time to to build those new relationships by shaking hands face to face. You do not have to be an expert at that point. You can be a complete moron and go to a self-directed IRA administrator and sit there and learn. Because if you already knew everything, you wouldn't be sitting there to learn anyway. I go to these things. I know lots of people that know a hell of a lot more than I do. And let me tell you, there's a lot of people that know a lot more than I do that still go to these trainings, because there's always something new they can learn. And they get to meet other like-minded people, and it helps them raise the money they need. That said, that's all fine and dandy, but now you have the second piece of this email, where he's talking about how do you use digital marketing to get leads. Well, we technically already answered this, really. How can you use it to his advantage? Well, number one, he can use the skills that he's learned. Now, he has not taken, at least doesn't sound like it, that he's taken that one funnel away thing that I was talking about. If you want to learn more about that, go to cashflowguys.com/OFA. Cashflowguys.com/OFA. And probably what I'm going to do is the action takers, the people that actually get off their butt and commit, go to cashflowguys.com/OFA. They invest the $100. Okay. They invest the $100. I will go so far as I will put a call together probably near the end of one of the next sessions of the one funnel away. Maybe I'll do a couple calls. I don't know yet. But if you pull the trigger and you purchase the $100 training, yes, I'm such a guru, $100 training, $100. Is that going to break you? If you go out there and pull the trigger on that $100, tell you what, if I get 50 to 100 people, I'm going to probably say 100. If I get 100 people to do this, 100 people from this podcast to pull the trigger, is it possible with thousands of people listening to this podcast that I can get 100 people to invest $100 in themselves to get off their butt and learn how to become marketers? The one and only skill that, number one, most investors don't have, that learn to teach them how to discover opportunity by educating other people, how to bring all the leads they'll ever need for both capital and deals. If I can get 100 people to do that, I will put together a short crash course coaching program open exclusively to those 100 people, absolutely free of charge. It won't cost you a dime. But the only way you're going to get in is if you go to cashflowguys.com/OFA. You pull the trigger, you sign up for the entire that training. It's $100. It's going to take you 30 days. And at the end of the 30 days, we'll put together some Zoom calls and some extra training that I'm going to give you guys on how to apply what you've learned specific to real estate. Now, that's one hell of a bonus, okay? And that's not going to cost you one red cent. But here's the deal. You got to sign up, you got to spend the $100, and you got to finish the one funnel away training. You can be part of that training. Work directly with me, one-on-one. Free training, absolutely free. I will do that for you guys. And here's why. Because so many of you are going to succeed when you learn how to attract opportunity. You're going to have to let people know what you do. If you're looking for capital, which every investor on the planet is looking for capital. Even Bill Gates is looking for capital for Microsoft. It's a fact. You're always going to be looking for capital. And you're always going to be looking for opportunity. And if you have to rely on some schmuck to do it for you, guess what? That's what we call a weak link, folks. If you don't know how to market yourself, well, you better have some deep pockets to be able to pay somebody else to do it for you. And you better hope they get it right the first time. Guys, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope you found some value in this episode. Head on over to cashflowguys.com/ask Tyler if you want to get on the phone with me and help get unstuck. I've been doing a lot of strategy calls lately, a lot of good folks we've talked to. There's nothing for sale. There's no coaching upseller, none of that stuff. It's about getting things done. It's about getting to the next level. It's about taking action. And sometimes we just help you break loose the cobwebs and get you focused in the right direction. So cashflowguys.com/ask Tyler will get you over there to get a free consultation with me. Cashflowguys.com/OFA Oscar Foxtrot Alpha will get you that training and get you into the free boot camp with me after the fact to get you pointed in the right direction. We will catch up with you next week. I look forward to it.
This concludes today's episode. You don't have to wait till the next episode to learn to earn.
Head over to cashflowguys.com and contact Tyler and his team for more powerful tips and ideas so you can start generating multiple streams of income and escape the rat race.